ahead and talk to Charles in Florida. Charles, thanks for holding her on the air.
Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
Good.
I just want to talk to you about the WWE and PlayStation 4. I'm a big martial arts fan. I've been watching the WWE since I was 2 years old, and just knowing it now, noticing it now, what they've done with Jack Swagger, they've been laying the groundwork for about 15 years to demonize patriots and anyone who identifies themselves as an American national. It started with Kurt Angle because he started back in 1999. He's really just the basic same gimmick as Jack Swagger, you know, American, you know, American hero, American wrestler, and he's been a heel. When he first started, he was a heel. That's a bad guy, and he turned to a babyface because the crowd was so into him because he was so talented. But Jack Swagger started about 5-6 years ago, and he's always been a heel. He's never been a good guy ever. So I mean, with his new gimmick coming back. He came back about 3 weeks ago. He was supposed to be a good guy, but they changed their mind because all of a sudden they decided to turn Alberto Del Rio, who was a bad guy since he started. All overnight, he was a good guy. He was a babyface. So, I mean, they just... Well,
no, I mean, there's nothing worse than a white person. And so, obviously, you know, he's the new bad guy who wants sovereignty, and then he's going to be defeated by the loving Mexican. And this is meant... Because a lot of people that watch wrestling watch it for the entertainment. It is very funny, interesting. But others, you know, there are people there who think it's real, and this creates that background. And then they go, all the problems in America are the Mexicans. And that's obviously not true. So then it discredits that if we want any sovereignty and don't want a North American Union and to be totally imploded, when Mexico's imploding, then you hate all Mexicans. When if Mexicans that are Americans had any sense, which a lot of them do, they'd say, wait a minute, Mexico's imploding. It doesn't help Mexicans to bring them here and lower all our wages. We need to get Mexico back as a free country. And so it's purely meant to create division. And people say, Alex, it's just entertainment. They admit the Department of Defense and the globalists fund these anti-patriot, anti-veteran. I want to say that again. The Department of Justice and Defense fund anti-patriot military messages because they hate the veterans, because they're not under their control anymore. I mean, this is treasonous. This is ridiculous. Obviously, the bad guys demonize the veterans. The bad guys demonize George Washington. The bad guys demonize the family. The bad guys push abortion. The bad guys push socialism. And look what the media pushes, including Fox News Corp properties, who claim they're so conservative. If Rupert Murdoch was a real conservative, he brags. We have the promo video where they're he's the chairman, I guess the president of News Corp. We played it many years ago. Call Paul Watson. It's so old, he'll know how to find it. It's something like News Corp promotes carbon taxes. And they brag, here are all of our current lineup of shows promoting the, carbon taxes and carbon footprint and bringing in the new green economy. And then they show all the shows they're doing it. See, they have to control the conservative movement. They have to be loyal opposition. Do you understand that?
Right. You're correct. The thing is, if the WWE, I would say since the Iraq War, they have been the ground floor for anything that's propaganda. If it's propaganda, they're going to do it, especially like in the last 4 years when Linda started her campaign. They would just straight up, the commercials, they would be 2 hours straight, just entertainment. But 4 years ago, they just started they go to commercial in the match. Here's propaganda. The WWE is with the troops. So we'll stop the whole show. We want to thank the troops for everything they're doing.
No, it's part of living in a North Korean society. It doesn't mean thank the troops. They thank the police state. They thank the global empire. They thank the New World Order to get you ready for troops on the streets. The Kentucky Derby, NFL, troops as the security, armed troops. They're getting us ready. I really appreciate your call, sir. And again, whoever that guy is with Jack Swagger, his manager, the other actor, has a red Yosemite Sam. Zeb Coulter has a red Yosemite Sam mustache, and he's short like Yosemite Sam, and he goes, "I hate rabbits. I hate Mexicans." I mean, they directly, I know in the behind-the-scenes meetings are like, you will now start looking like Yosemite Sam, or you look like Yosemite Sam. You'll go out and do this. And it's the full, you've got Karl Rove saying, open the borders, world government, socialism is good, the Tea Party is evil, and it's weak, and it's dead, and it's over. And you've got the same thing coming out of the WWE. That's because the Tea Party is the only hope. What the ideas of the real Tea Party, the real libertarian constitutional rediscovery of America. We need 1498 part deuce. We'll be right back with Sean and others.